Hello, lovely people. Today we will do a quick revision on the life processes. Okay. So, what are life processes? All those processes which are essential to sustain a life. Here, the focus is to sustain a life. It means something which is very basic, which without which we cannot survive our life processes. So, what all processes are there? Nutrition. It means where a process where we need to take in some nutrient so that our body can work, our body can produce energy. Those all part will come under the nutrition, and then from that food, we are extracting energy by using oxygen. Right here, we are taking the example of human beings. So that is respiration. That will come under respiration because in respiration we utilize oxygen to break down food to get energy, right? Now this energy generation process is limited in few areas of our body. So our body is huge, is a multicellular. We need to circulate this produced energy throughout our body. So for the proper functioning, right? So we need a circulatory system also to transfer all the energy produced. Now, as we are taking the nutrition from the carbon-based food, such as carbohydrates, proteins, fats, it means that carbon-based food, when metabolizes, generates a lot of waste, right? So that waste should be excreted out from our system. So here at the end, we will talk about the excretion. Now, you may focus on these things that these are the essential part after without which a person cannot survive. So these are nutrition, respiration, circulation, and excretion is an essential to sustain our life. And these processes are known as life processes. Okay. Uh, we can say next question which arises in this chapter in the introductory part is how can we say something is alive? A plant, a dog, a cat, a human being. How can we say they are alive? We can say plant do not move, but animals do move. Still, they both are alive. Humans tend to grow up to a certain limit, but plants grow indefinitely, right? But they are alive. So there should be some distinguishing characteristics which can say actually define that something is alive. Now that is our molecular movements. What are molecular movements? Movements in the molecular level. Now, how can we say molecular movements? Just take a quick recap on the complexity of our multicellular organism. We multicellular organism are made up of organ system. Different kind of organ system works together to sustain our life. That is the broader view which we know. But in turn, when we go in reverse, that organ system are made up of, are composed of different types of organs. Here the liver is been liver image of a liver is been shown. Now this liver as an organ produces different kind of juices, enzymes, and whatnot. So there should be some different kind of tissues which are specific for sample the particular function. So this organ is made up of different types of tissues, and in turn, a group of cells are known as tissue. Now this tissue, when we break down this tissue, it becomes a simpler cell. Now we all know that cell is composed of many cell organelles which work in synchrony to give rise to certain product, right? So within a cell, there is a lot of movement which causes or which results in the production of certain product. So these movements are known as molecular movements. Okay, till here, are we clear? This is the clear depiction of what I just said, that there is a nucleus. Nucleus will, DNA will give information in the form of mRNA. mRNA will come down to ER, that is endoplasmic reticulum. Here the protein will be formed with the help of ribosomes. That protein will be moved to Golgi apparatus for further modification, and then from there it will be formed into a vesicle. If it is a waste product, it will go into lysosomes and so on. This is just a clear depiction that outside materials will also come inside and then it will fuse. So here we can say that there is some kind of movement which is happening, right? So this was all about the introductory part.